Hi there, future scientists and math wizards. Welcome to Smile Road. I'm Sir M, and I created this channel just for you. Senior high school students looking to make science and math easier, clearer, and yes, even more fun. On Smile Road, we explore exciting lessons in general science, solve real life problems in general mathematics, and learn how these subjects connect to the world around us, from floating boats to your monthly budget. Each meeting, I'll guide you through lessons using simple explanations, real life examples, and even a few challenges to keep your brain sharp. Whether you're reviewing for exams, catching up on class topics, or just curious about how the world works, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you won't miss any of our learning adventures here on Smile Road. So, are you ready to start this journey with me? Let's walk the road of knowledge with a smile. Today's lesson number 50 is about analysis of electricity generation, consumption patterns, and energy efficiency practices that can lead to better energy supply and management. How analyzing electricity generation and consumption and energy efficiency helps us improve energy supply and management. Electricity is something we all use every day, at home, in school, at work, and in transportation. But managing it well means we need to one, understand how it's made, generation, know how we use it, consumption patterns, use it wisely, energy efficiency practices. Number one, electricity generation. This refers to how electricity is produced, like uh, using fossil fuels, coal, oil, gas, renewable energy, solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, nuclear power. If we know how much electricity is being generated, we can plan better and avoid shortages. Number two, consumption patterns. This tells us when, where, and how electricity is being used. For example, homes use more electricity at night. Schools use more during weekends. Weekdays, air conditioners use more power in summer. Knowing these patterns help us avoid wasting electricity and overloading the system. Number three, energy efficiency practices. These are smart ways to use less energy but still get the same results, such as using LED bulbs instead of incandescent bulbs, turning off unused appliances, insulating buildings to reduce cooling or heating needs, choosing energy efficient appliances. This helps save money, reduce pollution, and protect the environment. Why this all matters? When we analyze how electricity is made, used, and saved, we can supply electricity more reliably, save money, protect natural resources, improve systems, and avoid power interruptions, and make better decisions for future energy needs. By studying how we make and use electricity and finding ways to save it, we can make sure that energy is always available, less is wasted, and the system is safe, smart, and sustainable. Formulas: electricity generation, P is equal to um, work or energy divided by the time. Energy generated, E is equals to P times the time. Number two, energy consumption. Electricity cost equals to um, energy consumed in kilowatt hour multiplied by the rate, the price per kilowatt hour. Number three, energy efficiency. So, energy efficiency is the useful output over energy input times 100. Energy savings, the energy used before, efficiency, and energy used after. And then, practice problems. A power plant generates 500 megawatt hour of electricity daily. Transmission and distribution losses amount to 8%. Letter A, calculate the actual electricity delivered to consumers. So, given plant generates 500 megawatt hour per day, transmission losses 8%, required electricity delivered to consumers daily. Solution, delivered fraction is 92%, and the delivered will be 500 megawatt hour multiplied by 0.92. The final answer is 460 megawatt hour per day, or 460,000 kilowatt hour per day. For letter B, if the average household consumes 25 kilowatt hour per day, estimate how many households can be supplied. So we're given 460,000 kilowatt hour per day, and the average household 25 kilowatt hour per day. The number of households served. So the number of households would be the one we got previously, 460,000 kilowatt per day, divided by 25 kilowatt hour. The answer is 18,400 household. Number 2, a city's annual electricity consumption is 1.2 billion kilowatt hour. Renewable sources supply 35% of this demand. How much energy comes from renewable energy sources? So given annual consumption 1.2 billion kilowatt, and that is 1,200,000,000 kilowatt hour. Renewable 35%. So solution, we just simply multiply the kilowatt hour by 0.35. The answer is 420 million kilowatt hour per. That's for letter A. For letter B, how much comes from non-renewable energy sources? So non-renewable is 65%. So the solution, multiply 1.2 times 10 to the 9 kilowatt hour by 0.65. The final answer is 780 million kilowatt hour per year. Number 3, a household uses the following appliances daily: refrigerator 150 watts for 24 hours, air conditioner 1.5 kilowatt hour for 6 hours, lighting 200 watts for 5 hours. Letter A, calculate daily electricity consumption. So refrigerator 150 watts for 24 hours, so you have 150 times 24, and you have 3.6 kilowatt hour. For the AC, air conditioner, 1.5 kilowatt hour multiplied by 6 hours, so you got 9 kilowatt hour. And then for lightning, you have 200 watt per 5 hours, so you have 1 kilowatt hour. So the total daily consumption will be the summation of those three values. The final answer is 13.6 kilowatt hour per day. And for letter B, if electricity costs 12 pesos per kilowatt hour, determine the cost. So the solution will be the monthly energy will be 30.6 per day times 30 days. So you have 408 kilowatt hour. So the cost will be 400 kilowatt hours uh, times 12 pesos, di ba? And the final answer is 4,896 per kilowatt hour. Number 4, an industrial facility consumes 2,500 megawatt hour of electricity per year. After implementing energy efficiency measure, consumption is reduced by 12%. Calculate the new annual consumption. So the annual consumption is 2,500 megawatt per hour, a reduction of 12%. So new annual consumption. So the remaining is 88%. So the new consumption will be 2,500 megawatt hour multiplied by 0.88, that is 2,200 megawatt hour per year. And for letter B, if the cost of electricity is 10 pesos per kilowatt hour, find the annual savings. So solution, the annual savings would be uh, 300,000 times 10. The answer is 3,000, 3 million per year. Number 5, a solar panel produces 3,200 kilowatt hour per day. On average, 18% of the generated energy is lost due to system inefficiencies. Letter A, find the energy supplied to the grid. So given gross 3,200 kilowatt hour per day losses 18%, net energy supplied to grid. So net fraction is 82%. Subtract 100% by 18%. And the net is 3,200 kilowatt hour multiplied by 0.82. So you have 2,624 kilowatt per day. Letter B, if each household uses 8 kilowatt hour per day, determine how many household can be served. So solution, we just, that 2,624, we just divided by 8. That's equivalent to 328 households. MCQ, we have number 1. What is the main goal of analyzing electricity generation? Letter A, increase fuel prices. Letter B, to identify blackout schedule. C, improve power supply and avoid shortages. D, to avoid energy, to make energy more expensive. Number 2, which of the following is non-renewable energy source of electricity? A, wind. B, solar. C, coal. D, hydroelectric. Number 3, what does consumption pattern mean in relation to electricity? Letter A, how much energy the power plant creates. Letter B, how energy is stored underground. Letter C, how and when people use electricity. D, cost of installing wires. Number 4, which device helps reduce electricity use in homes? A, incandescent bulb. B, LED light bulb. C, electric heater. D, open oven. Number 5, what time of day do residential areas usually use the most electricity? A, early morning. B, late at night. C, afternoon. D, evening. Number 6, which energy source is considered clean and sustainable? A, diesel. B, wind. C, coal. D, natural gas. Which is one reason why it is important to monitor electricity consumption patterns? A, to increase power bills, to reduce population, to manage supply and avoid overuse. D, to avoid shutdown plants. Number 8, what is a simple energy efficiency practice in schools? A, keeping lights on during breaks. Letter B, turning off unused devices. Letter C, using only one outlet. Letter D, overcharging devices. Number 9, how does using solar energy help with energy management? A, increase fuel usage, creates pollutions. B, produces electricity from light. Letter C, letter D, reduces the power bill by charging them faster. And then number 10, why doesn't energy efficient appliances do? A, uses extra power for better past results. Letter B, wastes less energy to perform its function. Letter C, breaks easily. Letter D, costs more and use more energy. Okay, so this will be our uh, okay, so we're going to continue our discussion in our part 2. Thank you, everyone.